The survival series for kids, What to Do When Your Mom or Dad Says, Make Your Breakfast and Lunch. Written by Joy Berry, pictures by Bartholomew. This book was published in 1984 by the Growley Enterprise Corporation. Has your mother or father told you to make your breakfast and lunch? If this sounds familiar to you, you're going to love this book because it will tell you exactly how to make your own breakfast and lunch. Breakfast. Breakfast is your first meal of the day and should include a main dish, one or more side dishes, a beverage. Breakfast main dish. Your breakfast main dish should contain protein to keep you going strong until lunch. You can be sure of getting some protein if you choose the following foods: milk, meat, cheese, fish, eggs, beans, and nuts. These are all proteins, very important for your body. Cold cereal. Most breakfast cereals that comes in boxes are made from oats, corn, rice, or wheat. Try combining 2 or more kinds of cereal for more flavor and better nutrition. A hot cereal. Hot cereal can warm you on a cold morning. Instant hot cereal may be made by pouring hot milk over your favorite box cereal. To make this, heat 1 cup of milk until it's warm to the touch. Pour the warm milk over the cereal in the bowl. Whole grains such as oats, millet, wheat, and corn can be made into hot cereal by slowly boiling them in water. Most grains need twice their measure of water to cook them into a mush. You need your saucepan, your measuring cup, and a spoon. You can cook oats this way, millet, corn. You need 1 cup of oats, 2 cups of water, and salt. Procedure for making whole grain hot cereal: put the grain and water into a saucepan and place it on the stove. Turn the burner on high until the grain and water boil. Lower the heat, simmer slowly until the mixture becomes thick. Remove from the stove and turn off the burner. The cereal is not a protein, it is a carbohydrate. Carbohydrate does fill the stomach up, but you do need the proteins. It's very important. You can make hot cereal the night before if you have a large thermos bottle. You can put it in that way. Flavor your bowl of hot cereal by adding brown sugar, honey, molasses, or pancake syrup. Eggs. Eggs are a protein. This is one of your important foods. Eggs are a good main dish for breakfast. One person usually needs 2 eggs. For a child, it would be best to just have 1 egg a day, and even adults. To make scrambled eggs, you will need a mixing bowl, a whisk or an egg beater or a fork, and then you could add to this mixture eggs, milk, salt, and butter. Procedure for making scrambled eggs: crack the eggs into a bowl, add the milk and the salt, beat the eggs with a whisk, put margarine into the frying pan or butter. Place the frying pan on the stove and turn the burner to high heat. Pour the egg mixture into the pan and leave it at high heat. Reduce the heat. With the spatula, push the eggs away from the sides of the pan toward the center. Keep the eggs broken up and cook until fluffy. Remove the scrambled eggs from the stove. Turn off the burner. Very important. Scoop the scrambled eggs into your plate. You may vary scrambled eggs by adding one of the following to the eggs while they're cooking. You can add hot dogs or sausage or bacon bits or luncheon meat. You can also top scrambled eggs with grated cheese or chipped beef. It may be fun for you to make special sandwiches out of scrambled eggs. First, add a slice of cheese to the eggs, then put the eggs and the cheese together. And then you can put it onto toasted buns or muffins. Very good. Hard-boiled eggs, a very convenient food. You can do this ahead and put this in your refrigerator to eat 1 a day. Hard-boiled eggs are easy to make and provide a quick breakfast to go. You need your saucepan, and these ingredients is 2 eggs, cold water, and 2 tablespoons of salt. Procedure for making hard-boiled eggs: place the 2 eggs into the saucepan. Add the cold water until the eggs are covered. Add 2 tablespoons of salt. This will help prevent the eggs from cracking. Heat water to boiling over medium-high heat. Remove the pan from the heat and turn off the burner. Leave the eggs in the water and cover the pan for 22 to 24 minutes. Uncover the saucepan and place it in a sink. Run cold water in the pan. Some people put vinegar into the water, and it seems to help the eggs peel. And it's best to peel the eggs really quickly. And once you do that, you can put them in and dry them. You can put them into a Ziploc bags and put them in the refrigerator for another day. You can eat the boiled eggs plain, or you may do one of the following. You can slice the eggs and put it on toast and sprinkle with bacon bits. You can chop the eggs and add mayonnaise to it, and then this becomes an egg salad sandwich. That's delicious. So next, let's go to pancakes, waffles, and French toast. Pancakes are a breakfast main dish that may be enriched with other good things. Pancakes can be made from a packaged mix following its own directions, or from flour, eggs, and milk. It's best to buy whole wheat flour because it's more nutritional for you. A plain pancake. You need your flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, buttermilk or milk, cooking oil, and a tablespoon of margarine. You mix all these ingredients together and you put them into a pan on low. You cook each pancake until bubbles appear on its surface, and then you turn the pancake over with a spatula. Lift the edge of the pancake to see if it's golden brown. Remove the pancake from the griddle. Turn off the heat for sure. You may vary your pancakes by adding various things to it. You can add apples, bananas, blueberries, strawberries. You can also use honey instead of syrups or sugars. French toast. French toast is similar to pancake, thus the toppings you use on pancakes may also be used on French toast. French toast, you need 2 eggs, milk, salt, some type of sliced bread, a tablespoon of butter. Heat the griddle over the low medium heat, or set on an electric griddle at 275. Beat the eggs, the milk, and the salt in a bowl with a fork until blended. With the pastry brush, grease the hot griddle with butter. Dip the slices of bread one at a time into the egg mixture. Cook the bread on the griddle for about 4 minutes on one side and golden brown on the other. Then turn the bread and cook on the other side for about 4 minutes until brown. Serve with syrup, jams, flavored yogurt, powdered sugar. Breakfast side dishes. Fruit. Fruit is a wonderful side dish. You may use frozen, canned, dried, or fresh fruit. If you slice or peel fresh fruit, keep it from turning brown by pouring citrus juice over it. Bread products. Breads, rolls, muffins, and bagels are good side dishes, especially when they're warmed or toasted. One way to warm rolls, muffins, or bagels is to place them in a brown paper bag, then thoroughly wet the outside of the bag with water. Place the bag into a 350-degree oven for approximately 15 minutes. This is to be done only with an adult supervision. To make cinnamon toast, butter a slice of hot toast, then sprinkle cinnamon sugar on the buttered surface. Cinnamon sugar may be made by mixing a half a cup of sugar with 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Use only a tablespoon at a time. Breakfast beverages. Any fruit or vegetable juice is a good breakfast beverage. Milk is also a good beverage to drink for breakfast. It may be served hot or cold, plain or flavored. Hot chocolate may be made by heating milk to which chocolate flavoring has been added. It's good to have an instant hot chocolate mix on hand for the time you run out of juice and or milk. Instant hot chocolate mix. You can make your own. You can use 6 to 8 ounces of non-dairy creamer, 1 pound of packaged sweetened ground chocolate or sweetened instant cocoa, and 1 pound of 9-ounce size package of instant milk. You mix all of these powders up and you store it in a container, and this can be used for later. You use 2 to 3 teaspoons in hot boiling water. Blender breakfast. A blender can come in very handy. You can combine your main dish, side dish, and beverage into one glass. A blender breakfast usually includes a raw egg or protein powder, which is your main dish, fruit, which is your side dish, and milk or fruit juices, which is your beverage. An eye opener. Break an egg into the blender. Add a glass of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 1 banana cut into chunks. You can freeze your bananas also. If you see your bananas beginning to get a little bit ripe, You can just peel them and put them into a Ziploc bag, put them in your freezer, and then you could add them to your smoothies. Make your smoothies cold. Break an egg into the blender for an eggnog. Add 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of honey, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Blend until smooth. Thick shake. You will need a blender and these ingredients: 5 to 6 strawberries, 1 peeled banana, sliced peach, a sliced pear, a half a cup of cottage cheese, ice cream, or yogurt. Ice cream is a bit fattening and it's very sweet, so you might want to avoid that. 2 tablespoons of honey, a 1/3 cup of cold milk. Procedure for making a thick shake. Put the fruit and cottage cheese into a blender cover and blend until the mixture is smooth. Turn the blender off. Add the milk, the honey, cover, and blend until smooth. Pour into a tall glass. Here are other things you can eat for breakfast: baked beans, yogurt, cantaloupe, cottage cheese, bagel and cream cheese, apple and pear slices, toast with peanut butter and honey, and sliced bananas. Looks like good breakfasts to me. Lunch. Lunch is a midday meal you may have to eat away from home. If you pack a lunch to take with you, you will need a main dish, 1 or more side dishes, and a beverage. Lunch main dishes. Leftovers make good main dishes for lunch. Check your refrigerator for pizza, cooked chicken or turkey, cooked ham or beef. Other main dishes suggestions include string cheese, yogurt, cottage cheese and fruit, beef jerky, sliced meat wrapped around a pickle or a chunk of cheese, chunks of food fastened together with toothpicks, crackers and cheese, hard-boiled eggs, and peanuts. These are all main dishes that rely on protein. All sandwiches are made with some kind of bread. The bread is usually filled with a protein food, then folded over or topped with a second piece of bread. Breads that may be used for sandwiches include the following: buns, pita bread, tortillas, and bagels. Sandwiches may be filled with peanut butter and honey, cream cheese, and sliced walnuts, sliced cheeses, sliced meats. You can make a cheese or meat sandwich more interesting if you add 1 or more of the following: mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, lettuce leaves, sprouts, sliced tomatoes, sliced pickles. Sandwich fillings. You can make a different sandwich every day of the month and still have a new idea for good combinations. There are many different kinds of breads to choose from today, so be adventurous and try different ones each time you buy a new loaf. The fillings too may be as varied as your imagination. Here are a few suggestions. You can do tuna salad with mayonnaise, chicken salad, egg salad, cheese spreads, Italian cheese spreads. Lunch side dishes. Vegetables. Vegetables are always a good side dish. You could use celery, carrots, cucumbers, zucchini. Make sure you wash these vegetables and then cut them into short, narrow strips. Veggie flowers may be made with broccoli and cauliflower. Wash the raw vegetables and break them into bite-sized pieces. Put them into Ziploc bags. If you want to make your own dip, you can make it out of sour cream and mayonnaise, dill weed, tablespoon of ground onion, and various seasonings, and parsley as well. Mix that all together. Make sure you refrigerate that. Put it into small containers for your dipping for your vegetables. Fruits. Fruits are always an important part of our diet, and some fruit should be eaten every day. You may use dried fruit, canned fruit, or fresh fruit. You can mix up a trail mix with nuts and dried fruit together. Chips made with potatoes or corn are a nice addition to a lunch. That makes a real treat. Lunch beverages. A beverage is something that you drink. A thermos bottle can keep a beverage hot or cold for hours. It's best to carry dairy products in a thermos so they won't spoil. If you expose milk to the heat, it will spoil. If you will not be using a thermos, you can still have a cold beverage. Cold juice. Freeze small containers of juice, pack them in your lunch while they're still frozen, and the juice will thaw by lunchtime and be cold. Chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's a treat. You don't want to eat that every day or drink that every day. 4 tablespoons of instant low-fat milk with 1 tablespoon of sweetened instant cocoa into a plastic bag. Pack in an empty plastic cup. You get the point. Mix it together. To wrap a sandwich, tear off a sheet of wax paper. Most people don't know what wax paper is, but that was something that was used a long time ago. And it's made just out of paper that has a waxy surface on the outside. Nowadays we use plastic bags. Fold your paper as such, and if you were to use the wax paper, which you can still buy, it would look like that. When you pack your lunch, make sure each item is wrapped in its own container. Fresh fruits like apples, bananas, and oranges are fine wrapped in their own skins. Other food items may be wrapped in one of the following: plastic bags, aluminum foil, wax paper, plastic wrap. Some foods pack better when they are in containers. Some containers you may wish to use are plastic bags or recycled plastic yogurt containers, baby food jars, small tins. Be sure to include a napkin with your lunch. Pack extra items like a plastic spoon or a salt shaker. Never wipe your face on your sleeve. The end of not knowing how to make your own breakfast and lunch. Eat well. The survival series for kids. What to do when your mom or dad says, make your breakfast and lunch. Written by Joy Berry.